So Standard Bank sees a huge potential in the organic and natural product sector. So we're seeing this as a strategic industry that is moving from being a niche, a market or a sector to a mainstream. I mean, if we're looking at the numbers, organic and natural export products are projected to grow at 13.25% between the years of 2024 to 2029 in South Africa alone. Over and above that, Thami, there's an observation where there's a change in consumer demands, where people are more conscious about the products that they consume, the products that they put on their skin, and we're seeing a high desire for living a healthy lifestyle. Therefore, it's very important for SMEs to be able to respond to this shift in customer behavior so that they're able to develop, because there's opportunity in export growth, job creation, as well as sustainable economic development.
Are you seeing growing trends in domestic retail or in regional or global export opportunities, or is it perhaps a mixture of both of these?
It's definitely a mixed view, Thami, with global exports having the greatest long-term growth potential. Both the domestic retail and exports are growing strongly, but the exports represent a greater long-term opportunity. Our advantage lies within biodiversity, the indigenous ingredients that we have as a country, so that we're able to play in the global markets. And these are the things that they do not have access to. So I see it as a great advantage for our country. So in my view, it is I'm seeing a mix of both spaces.
And as far as subsectors are concerned, are there any particular subsectors, for example, food and beverage or wellness, personal care, where the bank sees the most commercial potential?
Yes, Thami. There is a strong commercial opportunities in the premium food and beverage products, the natural beauty sector, as well as personal care. And also we're seeing like a growth potential in wellness-related products, particularly where businesses can leverage South Africa's unique natural resources to build recognizable brands and access regional and international markets.
Right. Now, this year's Johannesburg edition of the Expo runs at the Sandton Convention Centre from the 7th to the 9th of August. What will your role as Standard Bank be on the ground, and what type of presence are you looking to have?
Yeah. So Standard Bank is the headline sponsor, as you mentioned, for the Organic and Natural Expo. So our presence on the ground, when you enter the conventional center, you will see a dedicated Standard Bank brand, a dedicated stand that is branded by Standard Bank, as well as there would be our employees on the ground, which would be wearing our branded clothing, and they would have opportunity to be able to engage with businesses that are exhibiting on the day and be able to sell some of us, or to bring awareness to some of the solutions that we have. The other thing that we have implemented is there would be a notable differences between the exhibitors that are sponsored by Standard Bank, where there is a collaboration in how we have branded their stand, versus those that are not sponsored by Standard Bank. So that's the type of presence that we would have on the ground, Thami.
So there are two legs of this expo that are taking place. There's the Cape Town and the Joburg leg. How does the bank's involvement differ across these two cities?
The involvement is still the same, Thami. We're still the headline sponsor. Our aim is still targeting, or our aim is still to assist businesses to gain access to the market, to provide them with opportunities to be able to exhibit, bring awareness to some of their products and services, able to sell to consumers that would be there on the day to buy or purchase some of their products. This is the opportunity for these businesses to build meaningful relationships with other businesses, because we would have a representation of local businesses as well as international business. Furthermore, Thami, we would also have our panel discussion where it is centered around financial health. Our colleagues will talk about, in reality, how our targeted solutions able to help businesses grow. We also have one of our clients who will talk about their experience with Standard Bank since the inception of their businesses. And again, the expo is welcoming both exhibitors as well as consumers. As long as you're able to register and purchase a ticket, anyone would be able to access the expo.
And how does the sponsorship connect to your own sustainability commitments and your ESG goals as Standard Bank?
So the sponsorship aligns closely with Standard Bank's commitment to driving sustainable and inclusive growth across Africa. The organic and natural product sector promotes an environmental responsible practices while creating opportunities for SMEs to provide job creation as well as be able to export. By supporting the Organic and Natural Expo, we are able to help entrepreneurs gain access to market, build, again, I think I've mentioned this, build available partnerships as well as scale their businesses sustainably. Our main goal is to make sure that the businesses are able to go past the 4-year mark.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sinazo Garane, for really updating us on the Organic and Natural Products Expo taking place in Johannesburg from the 7th to the 9th of August. And then when is the Cape Town edition? The dates for that? All right, looks like we've lost Sinazo. Well, Cape Town will be taking place later on in the year. She's the Senior Manager for Small Enterprises for Business and Commercial Banking at Standard Bank, South Africa, and she takes us to exactly 6:47.
The voice of the continent, now online, with all your sports fixtures, lifestyle, and more. Africa in Business with Thami Ngubeni. Catch it on the Channel Africa app, SABC Plus, and on channelafrica.co.za. Weekdays from 6 till 7 p.m. Central African Time.
It is exactly 6:47. The lovely Mother Piri in the house. A very good evening to you, ma'am. What do you have coming up for us on Zochitika today?
Good evening to you, Thami. Ndipo tsiku la lero ndabwera ndi nkhani ngati mchitidwe wa umathanyula wakwera kwambiri mu dziko la Malawi, komanso ndi mapepala oponyera voti afika mu dziko la Zambia kuchokera ku Dubai mu dziko la United Arab Emirates. Ndeno tu Thami usawale kuti makhandifunso pamene anthu amatipatsira maganizo awo pa tsamba la Twitter la WhatsApp komanso la Facebook. Ndeni ngoti thank you so much, ma'am.
All right, she joins us at the top of the hour.
Africa in Business with Thami Ngubeni. Currency meets curiosity on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Now, governments, industry leaders and civil society gathered this week for the high-level conference on governance, critical minerals and conflict in Africa. And this was held in Accra in Ghana. The conference concluded yesterday, and our economics reporter Innocent Samosa spoke to Dr. Atong Joak, CEO of AAA Group, on the state of South Sudan's mining industry, as well as to Dr. Christian Put of the African Centre for International Diplomatic, Economic and Strategic Studies on how Africa can leverage its critical minerals to drive sustainable and inclusive development.
The CEO of AAA Group, Dr. Atul Jacques Amos, says South Sudan is seeking to position itself as an attractive destination for mining investment. She's pointing to improved security, growing investor confidence, and efforts to increase women's participation in the sector.
Yes, the narrative have changed, not like before, whereby it was like a male-dominated sector or a male-dominated government. We've seen like lots of improvement in terms of women participation, though it's not enough. So we have 35% of affirmative action of women participation.
While challenges remain, Dr. Amos says the country is entering a new phase of development.
Well, South Sudan is a post-conflict country. We've been through lots of insecurities, problems, but we are already past that. It's a very peaceful country right now, and there's been a lot of development lately. We've seen a lot of investors coming into, and I advocate that it's just to confirm to you that South Sudan is a new country, very fresh with a lot of opportunities.
Meanwhile, Dr. Christian Put of the African Centre for International Diplomatic, Economic and Strategic Studies in Cameroon says African countries must transform their mineral wealth into a driver of sustainable development.
Yes, I think Africa is at the crossroads, and there are huge threats and also huge opportunities. And this conference gives us the opportunity to focus on the opportunities. And I think the first